your foundation is defense coming into training camp. Tonight, Dante Bassett had the first two possessions coming into the game. Was that your focus, or offensively, do you just want things to happen organically? Did you have a focus coming in, or your offense is just whomever's open, whoever has the best shot gets the shot?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the focus was to exploit them inside.
Yeah.
I thought we did that on the glass,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning. With Dante, I almost feel like I'm very lucky because I have a very good backup in Ben. So we're just trying to really kind of platoon them, but defensively, especially in the first half, I thought we were really good, and like I said, we're trying to exploit them inside. But offensively, I'd much rather it be organic, and I think because it was Tavion's first game, I think the guys are still taking time to get used to what he could do.
Good evening, Coach. This season you didn't lose a quarter at all, except the last one today, the fourth one. How do you explain that you are so consistent and solid throughout the season?
I mean, for us, we just take it one quarter at a time. I said that, listen, if you win every quarter, you win the game. So it's very easy, right? But that last quarter, listen, Edmonton could have folded and gave up, but they pushed us, right? They pushed us. They adjusted in the second half. I thought they adjusted pretty well. But this for a coach, for me, that fourth quarter, that's the tape we're gonna watch, and that's how we're gonna get better. So I'm kind of glad it happened, but I'm glad we won the game, obviously.
Coach, Kevin had a coming out game for his efforts. Is he scratching the surface under your watch? Because it looks like he's got the potential to be a key figure for your rotation and for this line moving forward.
Yeah, Kevin is, he's very quiet. If you got to know him, I thought he was our best player tonight, and I just think because he does everything very well quietly. Plus, I thought he defended East very well, and the East ended up with 27 around his average, but that guy's good. And I thought Kevin really did a good job of him. And then he grabbed 7 rebounds and scored, obviously, the Elam point. So quietly, he's one of our best players, and he's a very much a glue guy for us. And I thought he was very good, and I thought he was our best player tonight.
What was your message to the guys at halftime? Because you guys were up almost 30 points on Edmonton, and it can get to the head, right? And you kind of get a lull here. But how do you keep these guys focused? And look, guys, you got to kill them off now, and not let them come back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, I think you got to come out, and I think you could put the game away at that point. We definitely talked about that. And I mean, I did talk to him about keeping East under his average, which didn't happen tonight, so credit to him. But it's just, our depth is just, you can see it. It really, really helps us. And I think because we send waves of guys, I think everyone knows they're going to play, and they're engaged, and they want to almost prove to me they should play more. So right now, I think it's a very good thing. And when I look at it, we had 9 guys almost played 15, 20 minutes. Perfect, and that's by design.
Coach, your left.
You have these habits each game. We saw it last time against Ottawa in the first game too. In the second quarter, you guys just explode each time. How do you explain that?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, we're just very ready. I do my best to prepare them and make them ready to play. And I always tell them, like, if we throw that first punch, I think that once our bench gets in and we can keep throwing punches, I think eventually we'll knock out our opponents.
Hi again, Coach. I know it's early. It's 3 games in, plus half of a game against Ottawa that was dominated by you. Do you see this team with the potential to going all the way, or it's too early to talk about it?
Way too early. Way too early. Yeah, I've said it before. I'll say it again. My goal is to peak late July, just before the playoffs. We make it, and then we get to like that ultimate level, and then we get to the Final Four. You never know what happens.
So, Coach, look, you guys are atop of the East right now. Scarborough losing tonight to NRL.
Right.
You got a big week of games coming up on the road. So how do you approach it? Because Monday, do you think this could shape up this road trip coming up of what this team's outlook could be? You said July you want to peak, but this could really set the tone for you guys for the remainder of July.
Great question. And I think this road, this week will test us. I think it will really test who we are. After playing Brampton twice and obviously the half a game of Ottawa, and this thing was a good test, but we're at home. So, and my philosophy is on the road is where you really, build your skin and build chemistry. So I'm looking forward to the test. And I think Scarborough, athletically, Scarborough is top of the league, and I think that's going to be a real big challenge for us. But it's a challenge I think we'll take on because our depth, and I think our depth will help us, especially playing 3 games in a week.
Compared to the other teams, you have like less games played.
Mhm.
all around the league. Is it for you like disadvantage, or do you use it as an advantage?
I think right now it's been an advantage because we've been able to practice so much. So, you know, and I talked to Dwight, but like a bit of this team is like, they're happy we finally have games and we're not beating up on each other. So like I you know, said to somebody else, he laughed. So it's like right now I've opened up the cage and they see fresh meat. And the fresh meat is just in a different color uniform every game. So they're ready to take on all comers, and because they're just so tired of beating up on each other.
Coach, are there some things that so far you see that you would like to improve, or you're generally satisfied about your team?
Yeah, I mean, 83 points in my book is just way too many points. There's definitely some transition defense stuff. And Edmonton's a good transition team. They play a lot of guards and they have a ball handling for like Hornsby. But yeah, transition defense is, you know, and I think some of it's from the offense. Like we probably had a lot of, probably 5 or 6 late clock shots in the second half that we definitely need to clean up, and they need to stop watching Mighty Mouse do his job and play with them and not just watch the show like everybody else.
Coach, Montreal is one of those cities that loves winners, right? You know, and the fan base came out strongly today. What's your message to the fans to come out and support this team, because this could be a potential special team perhaps going towards August?
Yeah, I think it's something that you want to experience in person. And I think, you know, I mean, what really reflects that is the outdoor game. Having 9,000 people there, right? To me, that was like one of the biggest, you know, crowds I've ever coached in front of. And I think when they come once, they're going to want to keep coming back. And hopefully, eventually, we'll probably lose at home. Hopefully, they keep coming back. But I think we just represent the city in a lot of ways with our toughness and our depth. Like, I think we really represent the city. And that's something that I talked to about with the guys about quite a bit. And especially on the Haitian night, having some Haitian guys on our team, I thought we really represented tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Sorry, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.